All right, how's everybody doing today? Come on now. How is everybody doing today? Excellent, much better, much better. This is always one of the highlights of what I get to do in my job in this industry is because I get to come see and meet all of you that are getting ready to start off on your fitness journey, getting ready to change your lives for whatever reason. I kind of stuck around earlier and I was able to listen to some of your whys about why you are now in this challenge. Some of you for health reasons, family reasons. Some of you just are sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I can really appreciate that because I too have been in that similar situation. And one of the reasons why results and physics brings me in is not because I think or they think I'm that smart, because I'm okay, but there's smarter people out there. I think one of the things that I bring to the table is I've made a lot of mistakes. I've done a lot of the things that some of you probably have done and some of you might be thinking about doing is I've looked for shortcuts. And it's those shortcuts that have cost me some things in my life. No, I didn't lose any family members or anything like that. But one thing I did lose was my thyroid, okay? How many people know what your thyroid does inside your body? Okay, your thyroid helps regulate your metabolism, okay? Helps regulate your weight, your mood, your mental stability, all those good things. And so years ago, I was looking for a shortcut, went into a store, and asked the person, said, I'm looking to lose some weight. I got a fight coming up, and I got to drop these pounds. What do you recommend? And of course, back in the 90s, the thing was hydroxycut. They had ephedrine in it, okay? Good stuff. And of course, what happens is, and the mentality in supplementation is 2 pills are good, 4 pills are better, 6 pills are the best. And that's exactly what I did. I kind of bought into that. And of course, I kept going back to the store and getting it. Nobody ever talked to me about why I'm doing it. They just took my money and kept going and said, we'll see you in 30 days. Okay? Indirectly, I ended up throwing out my thyroid. They caught me when I went into emergency, throwing up blood in the bathroom. And I ended up putting my thyroid into hyperthyroid, which means I went from about 215 to 220, dropped all the way down to 160, looked like a crackhead or someone that was about to die. Okay? Went into emergency, went back to a doctor, and he caught it and said, you have hyperthyroid, and we're going to have to kill your thyroid. We have 2 options. We can cut you open, or we can give you a localized radiation pill. I decided for the localized radiation, and so now for the rest of my life, I'll be a person that has no thyroid because it's dead. So I battle weight every single day, just like every single person in this room. I'm 47 years old, wife, kids, all the different scenarios that we all deal with is exactly what I deal with on a daily basis. So there's truly like a bond with all of us that are trying to go down this fitness path, and it's a journey. And I truly challenge you guys that Results is a wonderful program. And at the end of the day, we all want to see results, but to me, my one wish for you guys is not so much about the results as about each and every single one of you understanding the process. The process of being able to go to a social event and not eat what they're eating, but to be that disciplined to where you know what you have to do to achieve your goal. And not just achieve it, but to stay there. To be able to work within the family. Some of you might have significant others that might not be in a program. Well, how do you live through that? How do you have your chicken that you got from Meats to You and your rice and your green beans while your husband's saying, I want the spaghettis with the extra meat sauce and the cheesecake on the side? Those are tough things that each and every single one of you are going to have to learn to deal with. And so those are the mental demons that you'll need to work out. And I'm going to tell you right now, once you figure that out, that's the key to success, and you will then be free. The minute you no longer are scared to go to social events and you're able to kind of move through different circles and understand exactly what it is you have to do, you're now free, and it's no longer a diet, it's a lifestyle. And that's what my hope is for each and every single one of you, to basically get in and buy into this lifestyle, okay? Now, with that being said, the supplementation is very key, because when you're going through this process, the body is going to be under a lot of stress, it's going to need help recovering, and that's what they brought me in to do, is to kind of make sure you guys are getting the best, so you don't have to go into a supplement store and ask that person who knows nothing about you, knows nothing about your background, knows nothing about what you're doing, and they just give you some sort of fat burner. That's not what we want you to do. We want you guys being able to do the work. Nutrition is 80%, supplementation only makes up 10%. And that's why with that 10% is we're making sure that you're getting exactly the right things you need. And that's what you're going to have in that Ultimate Survivor Pack. And I even did a little deal for you guys where, because, understanding that we got to keep track of our money. And so you can go ahead and make a purchase and pay half now and pay half in a month or so from now. And the crew out there is more than willing to kind of help you guys and navigate you through that process. So with that in mind, I want to go down and just give you a rough idea of what the supplements do, how I recommend taking them, and then of course I'm going to be sticking around all day, so if you have questions, please come find me out there in the hallway and ask away, or you can find me inside the forum by typing in Marcus Gallen. You can message me and I'll be glad to help you out any way I can. Okay? First product is going to be the whey protein isolate. I've already had one question today so far. The reason why we picked this one is whey is the finest protein. Whey isolate is the finest protein we can get. Okay? It's going to move through the system very easily. It's going to cut down a lot of inflammation, a lot of the gassy feeling that some of us have. Some of you might be lactose intolerant. You do not have to worry about this with the whey isolate, okay? And some of your lesser forms with concentrate and casings and things like that, those move slower. You're more likely to have those bloated and gassy feelings. And so when they've got the whey isolate, it's an A+ protein, okay? And how you're gonna take that is when you get with Dr. Sam, he's gonna go through the meal plan, and he's gonna let you guys know when to take it and how much to take, okay? The next product is the Physx BCAA, branch chain amino acids. Very important, one of my favorites, okay? The branch chain amino acids consist of leucine, isoleucine, and valine. These are the 3 key amino acids that your body depletes while doing workout. So when you have these in abundance during the workout, you're less likely to break down the muscle. Why is that important? Because the more muscle you keep, the more calories you burn the rest of the day. You guys are only working out an hour a day. So what happens in those other 23 hours are very important, even while you're sleeping. So the more muscle you keep, the more calories you're going to burn. It's really cool, okay? It doesn't have any side effects whatsoever. There's no stimulant, no caffeine. The athletes that I work with kids from 6 years old all the way up to professional levels. And BCAAs are one of the key foundation supplementation products that we use for them, okay? We don't have to worry about any liver toxicity. Some of my people that get a kidney removed, they can't do a lot of protein. So what we do is we give them BCAAs. They actually give BCAAs in the hospital to burn victim units. When their bodies are taxed and stressed and the organs can't process all that protein, one thing we can do is we can give them BCAAs, and that'll help repair on a cellular level. So bringing the BCAAs in while you're working out is going to be option number 1. It's going to be very cool for you. Going to cut down that lactic acid, going to cut down that burning sensation, and allow you to push more, okay? BCAAs, because there's also no calories in there and no stimulant, it's also something that you can help with your water intake throughout the rest of the day, okay? The next product is Physx L-glutamine, okay? We want to get about 20 grams of glutamine per day. Okay, that's what we want to help with. It's the most abundant amino acid in the body. That's what's going to help with the soreness, okay? How do we know we need glutamine? Is when we get through doing squats. What is it, Booty Friday? Is that when you guys do your squats? Okay, it's going to be a favorite of everybody. I see people wearing the t-shirts and everything else. Ain't nothing like doing squats and getting that booty nice and plump and the way you want it. Now, with that being said, the first time you do it, you're going to be extremely sore. You're going to sit inside the car as soon as you get out, and you're going to question about getting out of the car. You're going to have issues when you go to the bathroom and have to sit down on the toilet, and you're going to grunt when you have to get off the toilet. Okay, these are all indications that you need some glutamine. Now, the glutamine that they have has a lot of servings in there. The good thing about it is you only have to take 2 servings per day. Okay, you guys are each going to be having at least 2 shakes per day. What I recommend doing is taking 1 scoop, which is 5 grams, putting it in one of your protein shakes, okay, and taking the other scoop, mixing it in your protein shake, and doing it the other part of the day. Now, when I do the math, that's 10 grams. Why are we not getting the other 10 grams? Is because there's going to be glutamine inside your BCAAs, there's glutamine inside your protein shake, and there's also glutamine in your natural foods. And I know you're beginning to get that other 10 grams of glutamine in your natural foods, so we're just supplementing with those 2 scoops, okay? Also helps with the digestive tract. My people that have Crohn's, IBS, they have to do 30 grams of glutamine per day to help with the inflammation inside the digestive tract. So it's going to help with the brain function, reducing stress on the brain, keeping the cortisol levels low. Those of you that heard about cortisol specifically targets the midsection and can slow down the weight loss process. It's all about keeping you in a positive, happy environment, and glutamine can definitely help with that, okay? The next product is going to be Physx EFAs, okay? EFA stands for Essential Fatty Acids. These key acids are important, help with joint functionality, okay, help with the brain function, okay? But this particular brand has a particular ingredient that makes this really important to me, and it's going to be CLA, conjugal linoleic acid. Those of you that are Dr. Oz fans have probably heard about this. We used to get this ingredient